A Halloween Story, The Talking Cat. Once upon a time, in the charming little town of Maple Hollow, where the streets were lined with colorful houses and gardens bursting with flowers, Halloween was a season of magic and mystery. The townsfolk loved to decorate their homes with twinkling lights, glowing pumpkins, and cobwebs that sparkled like diamonds in the moonlight. Children eagerly awaited the annual Halloween festival, where they could dress up in costumes and collect candy from their neighbors. In this delightful town lived a clever young girl named Lucy. With her curly auburn hair and bright green eyes, she was known for her adventurous spirit and boundless imagination. Lucy loved exploring the woods behind her house, where she often dreamed of magical creatures and hidden treasures. But this Halloween was going to be different. It would be filled with unexpected surprises. One crisp autumn afternoon, as Lucy was wandering through the woods, she stumbled upon a small clearing bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the clearing sat an old stone well, its edges covered in vibrant green moss and colorful wildflowers. As she approached, Lucy noticed something unusual: a sleek black cat perched on the edge of the well, its emerald eyes glimmering like precious gems. "Hello there," Lucy said cheerfully, kneeling down to get a better look at the cat. "What's your name?" The cat blinked slowly and then spoke in a smooth, velvety voice. "I am Midnight," he said with a flick of his tail. "I've been waiting for someone like you to find me." Lucy gasped in surprise, but quickly recovered. "You can talk! That's amazing! What are you doing here?" Midnight leaped gracefully off the well and padded toward her. "I guard this well, which is said to hold magical secrets," he explained. "But it can only be accessed by those who believe in magic." "Magic? I love magic!" Lucy exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Then perhaps you would like to see what lies within," Midnight said mysteriously. "But beware, the magic here is powerful and can lead you on an adventure beyond your wildest dreams." Without hesitation, Lucy nodded eagerly. "Yes, I want to see." With a flick of his paw, Midnight gestured toward the well. "Close your eyes and make a wish," he instructed. Lucy squeezed her eyes shut tightly and thought about all her dreams, about exploring enchanted lands filled with friendly creatures and discovering hidden treasures. "I wish for an adventure full of magic," she whispered. Suddenly, she felt a gentle breeze swirl around her, lifting her hair like ribbons dancing in the wind. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself standing in a breathtaking landscape unlike anything she had ever seen. Before her stretched a vibrant meadow filled with flowers that glowed in every color imaginable: pinks that shimmered like cotton candy, blues as deep as the ocean, and yellows that sparkled like sunlight. In the distance stood rolling hills dotted with trees whose leaves shimmered like gold coins under the sun. "Welcome to Enchantia," Midnight announced proudly as he trotted beside her. "This is a realm where magic comes alive." Lucy's heart raced with joy as she took in the sights around her. She spotted fluffy clouds shaped like animals drifting lazily across the sky, and butterflies that sparkled like jewels flitting from flower to flower. "Let's explore," she exclaimed, and together they ventured deeper into Enchantia. As they walked through the meadow, they encountered all sorts of magical creatures. A family of friendly fairies flitted about, their wings shimmering like rainbows. A wise old owl perched on a branch offered riddles. Even playful squirrels wearing tiny hats scampered by, chattering excitedly. "Everything here is alive with magic," Lucy marveled as they continued their journey. Suddenly, they heard laughter echoing through the air, a sound so joyful that it made them smile. Following the sound led them to a clearing where a group of children dressed in colorful costumes were playing games under the warm sun. "Look," Midnight said excitedly. "Those are children from your world who have also found their way here." Lucy's eyes lit up as she recognized some of her friends from Maple Hollow among them, Ella dressed as a fairy princess and Max as a brave knight. They were laughing and playing tag with enchanted creatures who joined in their fun. "Lucy, you made it!" Ella called out happily as she spotted her friend running toward them. "I wished for an adventure," Lucy replied breathlessly as she hugged Ella tightly. "Join us," Max shouted as he waved them over to play. With Midnight leading the way, Lucy and Ella joined hands with Max as they raced around the clearing filled with laughter and joy. They played games that seemed to come alive, tagging trees that giggled when touched or hopping over flowers that bounced playfully beneath their feet. As twilight began to settle over Enchantia, the sky painted in shades of pink and purple, the children gathered around an enormous bonfire that crackled cheerfully at its center. "What should we do next?" Lucy asked eagerly while watching sparks dance into the night sky. "I know," Midnight said with excitement sparkling in his eyes. "Let's tell stories about our adventures." The children settled down on soft patches of grass around the fire, while Midnight curled up comfortably beside them. Each child took turns sharing tales of bravery, of dragons they had faced or treasures they had discovered, while others listened intently, their imaginations soaring higher than ever before. When it was Lucy's turn to share, she spoke about how she had always dreamed of finding magic hidden within nature itself, the kind that could transport anyone into fantastical worlds filled with wonder. As stories flowed freely, the stars above twinkled brightly like diamonds scattered across velvet fabric, casting soft light upon their gathering, until finally, the moon rose high above them, a glowing orb illuminating everything below. Suddenly, a soft rustling sound interrupted their storytelling. A shimmering portal appeared nearby, its edges glowing softly like starlight. "What is that?" Max asked curiously, while pointing toward it. "That is an entryway back home," Midnight explained gently, "but only if you're ready to return." The children looked at each other, excitement mingling with sadness at having to leave this magical place behind. But they knew deep down that adventures awaited them back home too. "We'll always remember this night," Ella said softly while gazing at her friends' faces illuminated by firelight. With one last look around Enchantia, the children held hands tightly together and stepped through the portal, feeling warmth enveloping them once more. In an instant, they found themselves back at the stone well where it all began, the sun shining brightly overhead, while leaves danced gracefully in autumn breezes surrounding them. "I can't believe we really did that," Lucy exclaimed breathlessly while looking at Midnight, who purred contentedly beside her. "You believed in magic," he replied wisely, "and it led you on an unforgettable adventure." As they returned home, hearts full of joy knowing they had experienced something truly special on this Halloween night, they promised each other they would always cherish these memories forevermore. From then on, every Halloween became more than just costumes or candy. It transformed into an annual celebration filled not only with wishes, but also gratitude for friendship, a tradition cherished by all who called Maple Hollow home. And thus ends our tale, a story woven from dreams beneath starry skies, a reminder that sometimes all it takes is a little magic and love to make our wishes come true.